Do you ever wish you were like Dr. Phil in your head sometimes? So as a parent, you knew like exactly what to say and when to say it, and it actually got through to your teenager and they took you seriously, so they did what it is that you asked and changed their behavior. But instead, you sound kind of wishy-washy like Marge from The Simpsons or Kitty from that 70s show because you're trying to be nice, you don't want to be mean, but then your teen knows that you don't really mean what you say, so you're not being taken seriously and your resentment is building, and now you're like grumbling through gritted teeth. I did that. I wanted my kids to have a very different experience than I had growing up. So I wanted to be fun mom and easy breezy mom. The problem was that only got me more of what I didn't want. Then I realized what I was actually doing was avoiding conflict and the story about conflict that was set up when I was a child. Conflict was really scary and emotionally or physically painful, and so I was doing whatever I could to fully avoid it. But the worst part was now I was teaching my own kids to avoid conflict just in a different way, and they had as few healthy coping strategies and techniques as I had. When I took ownership of my fear of conflict and unpacked some of the stories that I'd made up about it that were true when I was a child but didn't need to be true now that I was a parent, and I started using the techniques that I'd learned in therapy and coach training as well as parenting my own teens and remembering what I wanted from my parents as a teen, that's when things started to turn around. It was super messy, and I was no Dr. Phil overnight. It took daily, consistent effort, and I actually became the fun mom because I did know what to say, and I was firm. My kids took me seriously, and so there was more respect and calm, so we could have more fun. The best part was my kids also learned healthy coping techniques on how to be in conflict and not be so afraid of it, so they knew how to work through it as well. And that didn't mean we were always going to agree. I wasn't bottling up my feelings, so I didn't need to blow up on anybody all the time or swallow my feelings and pretend I wasn't worth respect. If this sounds like a journey you want to go on from being wishy-washy to more like firm but fun, tap my name and then the link in my profile for my signature program starting April 3rd. Make sure you join the waitlist.